Salutations! Hello! Welcome back to my channel. We are playing a puzzle game called This Search, which, let me see. It is by Jason Godbay. Godbay. It's a solo puzzle. I am moving way too far. There we go. It is a solo puzzle game. And I like puzzles, so this is going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. It has very nice graphics. Oh my gosh. My booba when I nod. There is nothing more vast than the blank canvas. It is a place of birth of an idea pulled out from infinity. It is within the canvas that a search takes place. For direction. For meaning. For identity. When was the last time you looked into infinity?
What is this strange place? I don't remember how I got here. Some parts of this world are without color, and some parts are visible. But the rest of it is like a void. I can almost detect there's more here. I can't see it, but I can feel it. Almost like I don't have the capacity to see. Just yet.
Pages will be added to your journal as you progress. Let me just make sure I'm not blocking anything. Should be okay. I should be fine. Okay, use this button to access the journal. Click. What is this strange place? I don't remember. Okay. Ooh, what's this? Oh, my inventory. Okay, and this is where I can save. New save. Nice. Anyway. So you can see like the mouse has like the direction. Oh, that's so scary. Okay. Oh man. This isn't a horror game from what I understand, so like if it was, there's like a potential for like something to just go blah blah blah, and I will not be happy. I will not be happy. That's not fun. Oh, I can click it. Okay. I click the void. Does the void click back? I don't want to mess with the void. Okay, so you can go up here. What is this? So like, oh, can we go back? In any way, shape, or form? Can you go back? Backtrack? No. Okay. Oh, okay. I was freaking out, being like, oh no. But if we want to go back, we have to actually orient ourselves. All right. Ooh.
Follow the clues I've left for you. They will lead to the key that will take you out of the wasteland. I speak through words as well as symbols. Through words, you will understand with your mind. Through symbols, you understand with your heart. The invisible.
Cool. Alright. Okay, so then we can go back. So these are just pages? Can I look down here? Like, no? I guess we'll just follow, I suppose. Ew. I really do love puzzle games. Am I good at them? Not really. Do I have the brain cells to actually solve these puzzles? I don't think so. But I really enjoy solving puzzles, and I don't know why. Got a lighter! Items you pick up will be added to your inventory. Items can be used as on objects. Yeah, pretty standard, like, pretty standard point and click kind of like puzzle. Alright, there's a camera. Hello, got a camera. Okay. Let me see, turn around if there's anything. Nope, okay. Just hear the sound of water. Listen. Ooh. I got a ticket with the word listen. Just, okay. Look, with these kind of games, you never really, oh, wait. Ooh, hold on. I don't want to backtrack, so I guess we'll just listen. I wanted to like see into the void if it had anything, but I didn't want to have to backtrack all the way, so. Do I want to use clues? I think I will, just for the sake of time. But I'll, as much as possible, I'll try not to use clues unless I'm really stuck.
I'm in a different world now. In this one I can see everything. It feels different. The colors are so vivid.
The graphics looks nice. It's so fancy. So, like, I can move forward. Okay, and look behind me? Oh, what's behind me? Hold on, let's take a look. Ooh. Click everything. Oh. What's up here? Tickets? Oh. No, lock. Pages lock. Oh! I like it. I saw some. Okay. Alright. Oh. Okay. I clicked it and it was like, thong. Let's see. Let's take a look around and like see what we can find, yeah? Ooh, what's this? Capture concept. Refine concept. Create reality. The paintbrush would create reality. I know it's like painting, but it kind of just reminds me of, like, what is it, Barbie Rapunzel? Where you, like, whatever she paints just kind of, like, becomes real. Let's see. Tall trees. Oh. See that arrow? Arrow going down. Ew, what's this? It's a paint jar filled with liquid. Oh, yeah.
When there are influences that keep you from hearing your true voice, that is the wasteland. There is a reference in these notes to the wasteland. I remember reading a lecture where Joseph Campbell spoke about the wasteland as a theme in mythology. It was a place where people believed in things they did not really believe and did things that were against their true nature. Could this be what the notes refer to?
Maybe. I mean, there's a lot of could be, right? Like, oh, okay.
When there is a reference in these notes to it was a place where people believed in things they did.
I mean, I don't know. There's definitely like a lot of things they could become. Paintbrush, that one. Okay, paintbrush. Paint jar. Okay. Oh, I think this is we found the paint jar because of this. So I guess if we look for these things, we can find these items. That's basically what I'm considering. So like, good look. Ooh, blue chair. Gun here. Move it. Paintbrush. Nice. There we go. All right. Out to lunch. So if you find a barrel, there's quite a few barrels around. But let's take a look because I do see that there's this one. Ooh, birdcage. Oh, let's see. Let's take a look at this. What is this? Ooh, okay. Let me see because I do see there's this. There we go. It's the canvas. We have everything. Closed for blank. We will return. I feel like I'm stuck. I wouldn't call this a liminal space because it's not a liminal space, right? Like, to my understanding, liminal spaces are like in a closed environment. This is definitely very open, but there's a thing here. It's definitely very open, but you don't really listen to the voice within. The doors will open. Invisible.
Birds symbolize the soul across many belief systems. Carl Jung once said, "What use now is his lofty perch and his wide horizon, when his own dear soul is languishing in prison?" Lately, this is how I've been feeling. Trapped.
If you're wondering why I'm talking about liminal spaces, it's because I'm trying to kind of like, because I was just thinking about this, this space, right? Because this space is, what is this? This space is, it's very, like, for sure, it can be very familiar for people, right? Because it's very realistic with how, like, it's a very recognizable scenery in the sense of, like, you kind of have you look at this and you know what this is, right? This is like a little street or an alley, and there's like people's homes, and like not just homes but also potentially like establishments. Like, you can recognize like what these things might be, but it's like because there's nobody around, and it just feels very different from like actual real life, that there's just something to it. I don't know how quite to describe what this kind of thing is.
Listen to the voice within. Doors will open.
Hold on. Blue ashes. Okay, well, why? Ooh! Blue paint!
The process of making paint in this world seems to symbolize how ideas become reality. Ideas, or concepts, are captured through the camera, like how the mind captures ideas, and then is represented as a symbol on the picture card. Then the lighter is used to refine the idea, similar to how an idea must be transformed from its purely conceptual state into something that exists in the real world.
Let's see. There's gotta be some place we can put the canvas. Oh! Rapunzel! Oh my gosh, Rapunzel, we paint an open gate. There we go. I don't know how we could do that with just a blue paintbrush, but you know what? Rapunzel didn't need any paint. Barbie Rapunzel didn't need any paint when she had when she made her paintings.
After
right?
painting on that canvas, the painting became real. It became part of the world I could step into. Painting in that passageway reminds me of an essay I once read about creating a new reality. At any moment, we can choose to be passive receivers of reality, or choose to create a reality of our own.
I mean, I guess so, right? I'm gonna take a look around, actually, if there's anything. Napoli? Obviously, I can't read these. Wow, the back of the canvas. Okay. I keep seeing this, like, go, like, ding, but... Ooh, there's back there. Whoop! Okay, sorry. Station, tickets... Oh, wait, I can look at something. Ooh, a note. Rebirth.
When was the last time you remained silent and still enough to hear the voice within? It will guide you to the key. I keep finding these notes that refer to the voice within. If I were to draw from my studies reading Carl Jung, I would say this voice within refers to the soul, the heart, or the unconscious. Jung argued that the unconscious had a profound influence on the lives of individuals. Those who ignored their unconscious ran into frustrations and suffering.
I mean, I guess, because it's like you're not really listening to yourself. I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like you do kind of have to listen to yourself sometimes, because if you don't listen to yourself, you don't know what you might miss. Put that in. I thought we could get the tools, but I couldn't click on it. Oh. Alright, where are we now? Birdcage. We keep seeing cages around, but then again, like, the protagonist seems to talk about feeling like she's caged. So wouldn't be surprised. Alright, so empty, listen, deliver. Huh, okay. We can go up here actually and see. Ooh, there's another canvas. And there's also another under construction and a paintbrush. Paintbrush red. We still have our... Oh, we lost our other paintbrush, okay. Canvas?
Sometimes detours are necessary to move forward.
I mean,
Lately,
yes.
my life feels like it's been going down the wrong path. It's difficult finding satisfaction with the art I'm making, and the workload is quite grueling too. It feels like I'm stuck on a treadmill that keeps going faster and faster, and it becomes harder to keep up. What if all this busyness is just a trap, distracting me from pursuing something better?
I guess we'll never know. I mean, a lot of the times we don't really know if what we're doing is the right path in life. That's always the thing, right? Because like you make all of these decisions in your life, but you're not quite sure if you are doing something that is, something that is for you, something that makes sense, something the path that you're supposed to be on.
Listen to the beat of your own drum. Every artist has their own cadence. Follow it.
You know what? That's right.
Every artist has their own cadence. Pretty much all of my creative efforts have been dictated by someone else. To have my own cadence, where would I even start? I become so used to working with other people's ideas that I have a hard time coming up with my own. Like I just can't see them. To see with new eyes, that's such a tricky thing.
It's always like that. I guess like sometimes like obviously this isn't the same for every person, but I mean I don't have a ticket for this so I can't really go back. Sorry. Obviously this isn't something for everybody, but sometimes, right? To kind of figure out what you want to do, you need to kind of like, figure out what you want to do. And it's hard. It's not something that's easily done. It's not something that you'll find immediately. Okay. Paintbrush ladder. I found that. I don't know where the paint bucket is. And, okay. So we have everything except for, like, this paint jar. Which is fine. Oh, I thought I could look out the window for a second. But yeah, you don't always... What was I saying? Completely. I know I could look at this cage. There we go. Empty. Nice. You have to find out what you want to do. There we go. That's what I was talking about. Like, you're not always going to know what you're gonna do, especially not immediately. Okay. So this is where we gotta put the canvas, right? Yeah, this is where the canvas is. Because, like, figuring out what you want to do in life, whether you are an artist or you are like, you're like, anything that you're doing, right? You don't have to be an artist. You could just be, like, someone who doesn't really do creative, like, endeavors, You could be someone who studies a lot or, like, does sports or, like, just anything, really. Like, no matter what it is you're doing, there's always going to be a situation where you're trying to figure out what you want to do and like where you want to go, and that's not always going to be something that you're going to know immediately. Like sometimes people only really figure out what they want to do much later in life. That's just, I don't know. People like to assume that like that the sooner you know what you're gonna do, the better, which to a degree it has its It has its own, like, benefits for sure, like knowing what you want to do early on, but it's definitely not like it's not like if you don't figure it out, you're basically, like, you're gonna be stuck for the rest of your life. No, that's not how that works. It's just sometimes these things take time. I've been talking a lot.
Each world yields to the power of its own color. That note indicates what I've started to notice. Each world seems to have its own color theme in the items I pick up, and each world uses a different color of paint. Blue was the primary color for the alley cafe, red for that ornate house, and green for this foggy cliffside.
If you notice that I'm not, like, talking super, like my points are not super connected, I am also, like, playing the game and I'm kind of trying to figure things out, so for sure I'm gonna lose track of my thoughts. But like I like thinking about like the retrospection. Oh, there is a symbol, so it means something has to be here. Thought I could arson my way through. Look, you could. I wouldn't blame people if they wanted to actually like. Right. Okay, here we go. I didn't see this on the cup. Alright. Oh, this is where we get the paint. But we don't have the paint thing. So, Wait, ladder. Okay. And this. Okay. Okay, I'm dumb. Alright, I didn't see this for whatever reason. Okay, hello. There it is. I'll figure it out eventually. Completely up and down stairs. Or there it is. It's like here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like this crowbar. Right? Because it's like I'm here, the crowbar's the only thing. It's just, what do I do with the crowbar? Do I guess I just paint? Do I paint this? Okay, I made a crowbar. Cool. Oh, okay, so then you use the crowbar for the, door down here. Come over here, put the crowbar. Now I can go in, there's the canvas. And then, going up here. See, I can figure it out, because you can see that there's like the canvas lines right here. We'll put the canvas, and then we'll put the paint on, and we can go into the fog. So then, let's take a look around and kind of see if there's anything in the area. Oh, here we go. You almost missed this.
Chop down and clear away every tree which does not bear good fruit. Look past distractions and what is not essential, and your path will be revealed.
Makes sense. I mean, they say this with criticism too, where like, you know, every time you're gonna get criticism, like from any person, like regardless of whether you ask it or not.
The messages I'm getting from this world seem to be about clearing away obstacles in order to move forward and find a new path. I remember a story about a wise man who was pouring tea for an impatient man who had come to visit him because he wanted to know the meaning of life. The wise man kept pouring the tea, while the impatient man kept talking and asking questions, and the tea began to overflow in his cup. The impatient man protested, saying, "Stop, can't you see it's full?" And the wise man said, "Just so, like this cup, you are full of your own opinions and speculations. How can I teach you unless you first empty your cup?" I've always liked this story. To empty yourself so that you may be filled with something new.
That's cool. It's like having an open mind. But yeah, no. What I was saying is that like sometimes you're gonna get criticisms whether you ask for it or not. And usually it's like it's not good to really like, you know, give criticisms if the person isn't necessarily asking for it. But the thing is, it's like it's gonna happen where people are just gonna give it to you anyway. But what's important is that you have to kind of determine whether these criticisms are good for you or not.
Go where there is no path. For where there is a path, there is someone else's footsteps. Create your own path.
Cool. But basically, like, sometimes you have to, where was I? You have to basically determine what, I don't have a ticket. What do I do? But you have to determine what criticism is actually going to help you or not. Because if you don't, like, if the criticism isn't going to help you, then it's not going to help you. It's not going to make you any better. It's not going to do anything for you. So you have to take the things that actually will help you and leave the things that won't. You still have to find the jar, actually. That's the only thing we do not have, is the jar. Whoopsies. Ah, there it is. Haha, I had a feeling. It was a good decision to come back here and check. I haven't really used hints except for that accidental one that I did because I heard a ding and decided to click it immediately. Alright, paintbrush with red paint. Here we go. Oh. You can go through. Fancy. All the paintings are just blank. Excuse me. Oh! Back of the canvas. Alright. Ooh. You can take a picture of this painting though. It's Triangle of Death. Well, we'll take a look at that in a second. Just kinda wanna take a look at the room we're in. If there's anything. Okay. Alright, well before we proceed, let's do
the old ways of thinking and being creates a path for new life out of the wasteland. The picture card speaks of dying to old ways to find new life. I'm reminded of something Joseph Campbell once said. Only birth can conquer death. Birth not of the old thing again, but of something new. I can't say that I've ever gone through a change so dramatic, but it feels like I'm getting close to something like this. Otherwise, why am I being shown all of this?
I don't know, but I'm gonna look at it again. Because,
I can't say that I've ever gone.
But, okay.
Dying to within the soul, there must be recurrence of birth if we are to experience. I
guess because it's like, you need to, like, you know, open-minded, like, anew, and things like that. Because, I don't know, it's like the tarot, right? You have, like, the death card, and people are like, oh no, it's the death card! But really, it just signifies, like, rebirth, and rebirth can mean a whole lot of different things. It's not necessarily going to be bad. It's just, like, you know, new things are changing. Like, there's change, right? Because sometimes that's what you gotta, you know, like, it looks like a wand down here. You know, sometimes change is necessary in order to kind of, like, move on with your life and live life. Let's see. Like, change is scary, for sure. Oh, you need to fix this. Change is scary, you know, by all means. Like, I don't think I haven't met many people who welcome change. I mean, they're not that they do exist, right? People that are okay with change. It's very common that people are afraid of it. That's fine. It's very human. Okay. Oh, you can keep going here.
The more you listen, the easier it becomes to hear the voice within. But first, find the key. The notes keep mentioning the key. Keys symbolize power, knowledge, and opportunities. New doors can be opened to opportunities that were once locked and reserved to whoever possessed the key. Janus, the Roman god of gates and wisdom, is sometimes portrayed carrying a key. He was the god of beginnings and ends who could grant new opportunities. The more you listen...
Oops, I clicked it again. It's fair. This game has a lot of, like, the protagonist has a lot of, like, introspection that is being thought of. Like, you know, the okay. So, like, the protagonist, like, thinks a lot about stuff. And, like, you know, different philosophies and different, you know, ideals and ideas. It's interesting. It makes me think, like, in sort of, like, retrospective way, too. Just out of, like, you know, out of influence, I guess, right at the moment. Alright, so there's the shutters. Let's see what's down here. Nothing? Okay. We will go over here to the painting and we'll take a picture of it. We just need the paint jar. That not work? What happened? Great cave. Painting of paradise.
Where does your greatest passion meet the world's greatest need? This is your vocation and paradise. Vocation as paradise. I once read that the word vocation is rooted in the Latin word for voice. Then perhaps our vocation is not something we simply pursue, but is more of a calling that is heard. It is in listening, not pure willfulness, that our true path is discovered. But how to discern between that voice within and the voices of the wasteland that lead down a false path?
Let's see, there's the spool. You don't thread on spool.
Mend the split between yourself and the true artist.
I guess we could...
These notes keep mentioning something called the true artist. I wonder if this is similar to something Jung called the self, which is the unconscious part of ourselves where our true nature lies. In different times it went by other names. The Greeks called it the daemon, and the Romans called it the genius within each individual. Jung considered that everyone has a sense of wholeness from birth, but loses it early in life. The goal is to consciously rediscover the self. Otherwise, we eventually reach an impasse in one way or another. That must be what this is.
Okay, I don't think there's much else to do here, so we'll just take a picture of this. And, And we're getting all of the pigs.
What you seek is closer than you think. Mirrors symbolize a gateway to truth through inner contemplation and reflection, which allow us to see truths within ourselves. I saw a mirror in a museum once with the inscription, "Be clean and bright, and reflect what is in your heart." I think this points to knowing who you are, so that you can be who you are.
Makes sense, makes sense. I like how that's convenient that like this mirror is placed in such a way that you won't see the protagonist. I think it's so funny. There's something written like over here. Has anyone it's too small for me to read. But let's see if I can actually just paint it. Right, let me see. I could idiot. I'm such an idiot. Oh no. This is a terrible gameplay. I figured it out, but terrible. Absolutely terrible. At least I still didn't use a hint, right? Thank you.
Now I'm in another world similar to the first, where there is this feeling of a void. But I'm getting the same sense that there may be more to this world that I cannot see just yet.
Music is all like spooky. Oh, here we go.
Let the art guide you where it wants to go. Listen. When working with other people's ideas, you don't need to let anything guide you. The plan is mapped out already. To let the art guide you where it wants to go sounds like intuition. I once read that intuition is letting the painting paint itself. That requires a lot of trust in something you can't quite predict or see. It is not in the arriving at a definite end or some fixed and finite point, but it's in the never-ending search that we discover who we are to be. The true artist is always in a state of becoming.
I guess it's because it's in a state of like trying to...
The true artist is always in a state of becoming. This is a profound statement. It sounds like the constant need to reinvent oneself. It reminds me of a proverb I once heard. Running water never grows stale.
Because it's like, you know, constantly changing, right? Like you're constantly growing. It's gonna happen.
When tasting the fruit of our true essence, the direction of our lives are forever altered, and our souls cannot find peace and fulfillment until we realize our true purpose. To taste the fruit of our true essence sounds like seeing with new eyes. I've never experienced this, but I've heard it's like waking up to a new reality where everything looks and feels different. Jung called this the process of individuation, where the conscious and the unconscious are united in a person, and one is able to live out their true nature. The person becomes whole.
Aha! The key turns to ash. Hold on, because I do see that this is here. Take that paint jar and take the paintbrush. I guess because you mix all the colors
Love
together.
and courage are at the root of a true creative act. It is not destructive and is not influenced by any outside pressures, reward, or need to survive. But to create from the love that lies inside is where freedom and truth are found. Your key lies within. Love and courage are at the root of a true creative act. In other words, if we create art simply because we love the act of creating, we are being true to ourselves. We are free from expectations of what comes after, and not dictated by any authority, personal obligations, or survival. And then we know we are on the right path. This idea can apply to everything we do, not just art.
Revelation! Yeah, pretty much. I mean, because it's like if you love what you create, and, like you'll just make things. Oh. Ah, there we go. I didn't realize that's how that worked, but, you know. Anyway, so this is where you put the thread. Yeah, I had the right idea. Sew it back, and then you paint. Then you can go on. I think, I'm gonna be real, I think this actually might be a good place to pause here, honestly. If you guys want to see more of this, I'll definitely continue, but because it's very fun. But I think this is a good place for us to stop. But yeah, this is a fun game, actually. Genuinely, we still have the same thing. Okay, cool, fun game. You know, I actually really like the concept. I love the idea. I love that it has like all this different this sort of like different like little tidbits and nuggets of what the protagonist is thinking and what the protagonist is going through. And like, it's not super obvious in the sense. I don't think it's super obvious. I don't know. But like, you can kind of, through the context of like all of the different dialogues and the notes, you're kind of understanding what this journey is for the protagonist. I think it's neat. But yeah, anyway, probably play this again, continue. I do want to finish this because it's fun. I like puzzle games. I like this game. I like the game. It's fun. It is fun, and as usual, the link will be in the description if you want to play it for yourself. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.